Hi. So today was day three, and interestingly, today was really good. So the day's itinerary was in such a way where we got into another traveler, which again is a very good story that I'll tell you. And from there, we started off from the last place that we were at. The last place that we were at was Narkanda. From Narkanda, we started off to Chitkul. And but there was a small detour. Instead of going to Chitkul, which I thought was better visiting tomorrow morning, we settled at Sangla, which is just few hours away from Chitkul. So currently we are at Sangla, and I'll run you through by my day, one after the other, in a very perfect chronological order without missing a single place, hopefully. So, starting off, we started early in the morning where we woke up at the hotel that we were staying at, and the view outside was just exemplary. I mean, I must say it was really beautiful. The view outside was absolutely amazing, and there were clouds which were passing between the mountains, and I really must say that was a very admirable view. So, of course, with the same tripod with which we are shooting, we clicked some photos. These are the photos, and this was the entire view that was there, and the clouds. There were some nets on the plants, and everything was just absolutely so adorable to watch. I don't even know if that is the right word to use, but yes, the view was very adorable. It was very peaceful, and that was the first thing in the morning I saw after I opened my eyes, apart from my phone, obviously. So that was there, and while that was done, after that was done, I took a shower, I got ready, and after I got ready, we got into another traveler from Narkanda. It was a random traveler which I just stopped on the road. I really don't know how I've planned this solo travel, whatever this is, but yes, I can say that it's going in the most gutsy way possible. So, from there, we got into another traveler. This was a very fun bunch of group, right? So I got into another traveler, and there were misty and foggy mornings with very less visibility of views, but the mountains were huge. I swear to God, the mountains were so huge, and the fog in between these mountains was beautiful. And after this was all done, we just kept going, and in out of nowhere, in between of all of this, we found a beautiful river flowing through, and I was just surprised. Like, okay, seeing a river in between the mountains was not a part of my bingo card, but it's either two things. Either it was that I was lucky, or number two, I really didn't research well about the places I'm about to visit. So definitely that river added a lot of vibe. The mountains again were lush green, beautiful. The weather was amazing with the clouds, and it was a bit cloudy yet a bit windy as well. Cool breeze as usual, and almost when everything was going absolutely right, something really had to happen. And that something was, there was a seat in the traveler which broke because a guy was dancing sitting in the seat, which is pretty stupid if you ask me, but a seat breaking down itself is also very stupid. So after the seat broke, it was suggested by someone that we just get it welded so that it will run it will run temporarily. It will run temporarily for a while, and that is what we did. We stopped at a welding shop and got the seat welded, and it was good to go for a point of time. But after some time, what usually happened was that, so we started off in a bit, and after we started off, there was a good vibe with the music, and people were just dancing at times, and few people were very reserved, and that's what something that made me feel a bit awkward, because I kept the conversations going, but again, the other end of the bargain was not met up properly. So I was like, fine, it doesn't matter, it's just one day. So I just plugged my earphones in, and there were beautiful songs that were playing through, and wow, I just had the time of my life, that I can definitely vouch for. Then after a point of time, what happened was that there was a long journey. Of course, there was a long journey, and the views were amazing with the river, with the mountains, and the hairpin bends. Again, as I mentioned, the hairpin bends were good today somehow. They were not so traumatic for me to just bear it with my neck, but They were good. I really don't know how else to explain that, but they were actually good. It was peaceful. It was not exactly a hairpin, but like you can just call it a chicane or like a half hairpin, something of that sort. So it was good that way. And the guy who was driving the traveler today was also it was a bit peaceful with the accelerator. So thanks to him on that. And after all of this was done, we stopped at a place called as Spiti Spices for lunch. It was really great. I really forgot to take a picture of the lunch that I had, but this is the place, Spiti Spices. This is their card that I just took a picture of because I really didn't want to miss this. The place was good. There were only 3 people running this busy place. Not a single order or delivery took any long time. They were amazing, and the food taste was absolutely great. It did not feel like they made the food in a rush, so it tasted something like bland or something of that sort. No, according to the region that we are in, it was flavorful as needed. So kudos to them on this. And after all of this was done, we started our journey again, and now we started to see big mountains really up close, and it was really great to see all of that. But the next point we had in 6 kilometers time was Kinnaur Gate. Kinnaur Gate is very special because this is a place which has been formed naturally. There was no human intervention which was required to make a path. The cave or the hole that you're seeing in between, this was completely natural. It was completely formed by the mountains themselves, and the path was made for humans. So you won't see it in a way where it was broken down or like cut into, because it is completely natural, and that is what makes this entire spot something really beautiful. This is a glimpse of how the entire spot was. Lovely rain, I swear. Like, honestly, really lovely rain. This is Kinnaur Gate. Amazing views. Quite literally amazing views. And if I have to just give it as a glimpse to you, this is how it looks. The one back there, that's the music over there. Yeah, that's it. It's raining. I really need to get back. So, and now coming back, the place was peaceful, but it started to rain, as you might have seen. After it started to rain, we again got back into the traveler, and then we started, and there was a moment of discussion if at all the people in the traveler, they wanted to go to Chitkul or Kalpa. But somebody suggested that both of the places can be covered tomorrow. Let's go to Sangla. And now today we are in Sangla. There is beautiful moon and completely hilly region, completely covered with lush green mountains. And there are some snowy mountains as well, which we saw, because there is Kinnaur Kailash somewhere a little bit far away from here. But yes, Kinnaur Kailash is also nearby. That's one of the most amazing mountains, which is a part of the Himalayas. And yes, we end our day very beautifully with Doggo Bhai, who is the local here, and Doggo Bhai has guided me to get some really nice cool drinks for the drinks that people have with them. I actually booked another hotel, but I cancelled it because the people in the traveler, they forced me to stay with them. And there's this one uncle whose name is Naresh, and it's his birthday today, so he got a whiskey bottle along with him, and we just had some good whiskey. It's only for sale in Haryana, but it was smooth. It was legendarily smooth. These were all the people with whom I had that whiskey, and you can see the moon obviously, so it's a good night from my end. Tomorrow is going to be the start of the actual Spiti circuit, which is going to start from Chitkul, which would go to Kalpa. We'll stay the night at Kalpa. I don't know if I'll be hitchhiking with them itself or with somebody else, but all I know is that Chitkul, Kalpa, and then we'll be moving to Kaza. The itinerary seems fit with only the places' names, but yes, the excitement is immense. So, good night.